me.
So
I'll tell you another work of art. Far Cry 6, man. Did you see that damn trailer?
yeah,
Bruh, that game looks phenomenal.
looks fun.
I think there was one part of the trailer that we were watching, and the main protagonist, Danny, was driving in a vehicle. And I swear I looked at that vehicle and I had to double take that vehicle twice because I thought the damn vehicle looked real. Like the perfection of the guns, the way they're looking, like the
Dude, I love the
gameplay
way
and
the guns
stuff.
look, man.
Man,
Because
Like
you
when
said you
she's
like how they
holding-
sound too, right? You said
I like
they
how they
sound-
sound.
Yeah.
Like when the little scene when she was switching between multiple guns and all the sounds, they sounded great.
Yeah.
And just the way they look, like, for a long time in like in movie making history, like they made movies, everything was new. It wasn't until like Star Wars and George Lucas where he started to add rust and grime and wear and tear to like all the props and objects. That was like a brand new thing. I don't know if you know that, but that was very
I didn't know that.
revolutionary, him doing that. And now it's become kind of normal where they kind of take the extra time to show the detail and wear and things. And I thought they did that with these guns. These guns looked so... Someone painstakingly, modeled these guns with every little form of detail on them. They looked really good. I mean, you're looking at your guns a lot, and they were showing their guns off.
Yeah, they
It was
were.
almost like every scene they showed her looking at her gun,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at the next gun.
I mean, it's literally one of the things you will see on your HUD 24/7.
right. It's the one thing you'll see on your HUD 24/7.
Right.
And I just thought they looked really good. The character models were maybe a little old. Like Danny looked, her character model looked a little bit old, like an older gen type graphic.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things looked so cool. I thought the forest scene when she was walking through the forest looked lush and pretty.
Man.
I love the location, the Caribbean.
Yeah, it looked
That's
beautiful.
a great
dude.
location.
It was a great location.
I mean, I played every Fallout from 3. I was trying to get you on 5, but you haven't gone on 5
I have
yet.
not
mean
done.
Far Cry?
I haven't done.
Yeah,
New
Far
Dawn
Cry
or
since
whatever.
I played 3, 4, 5, and
I haven't done
Primal.
Primal either.
I didn't finish Primal.
I haven't
but
done
did
Primal
play it.
or New Dawn.
But I finished every Far Cry. Oh, actually, I didn't finish 4 either.
Okay.
But this seems like the first time there's like an actual city.
That's true.
I'm asking, like, have you played them all?
So I've only played Far Cry 1 and 2, which were really different. But I've been watching a lot of Far Cry 3 because that's the one I want to buy. And it's more of like, huts and little camps.
Forest and like in
but
the
this
rainforest.
this seems like a legit city.
like a
with
Grand
build-
Theft Auto kind of city,
Yes.
right? Like with buildings.
Yep.
I mean, Far Cry 5 was in
The United
an
States.
American. It was in the United States, but it was like a town.
Yeah.
So you might have like a little like market, but not like a city.
Yeah.
This seemed like it had like an actual city, and you're like driving around in like actual like streetcars.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like a Jeep or a truck like in all the other Far Cries or like a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is almost verging on Grand Theft Auto meets Far Cry.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You had
was
the option
weird.
to take the
Yeah.
horse too.
You've
know?
never
Yeah,
you've
that's
never
true.
been in a city before
Yeah.
in Far Cry game. So that was
Yeah.
like totally new, I thought.
Yeah.
And then of like in contrast to Horizon, I like the go get 'em, like you were saying, like I want to clear it all out. And this game clearly meets that requirement, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take everything out. I'm overpowered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like there was like a lot of different things that you could use to create mayhem to get to your end goal. You know what I mean? I thought the backpack joints was like
Oh,
I was gonna
no.
ask you what you
different
thought
types
about
of the
the
backpacks.
backpacks.
Like
Yeah.
you have the fire starter backpack where you just got like a flamethrower. The freaking backpack that was almost like a jetpack of some sort.
That looked cool.
And then the other one that shot the freaking missiles.
Yeah, that was dope.
Like the mortar type
Yeah.
joints, you
That
know
was
what I
sick.
mean? That was ill. Like that's like calling in an airstrike.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're your own personal airstrike. Like the way she was sitting there with that pack, it shot off, and then it all hit
Yeah.
and blew the hell up out of everything that was over there she was aiming at. Like that looks destructive, dude.
Yeah.
And that looks like that would come like real handy. You know what I mean?
For
If
sure.
you walk around with that bag, you know, and the way that the different guns, the way they looked,
Yeah.
and they were shooting off and stuff, like
Yeah, they
all
definitely
that stuff looked like it's so much fun to play.
they definitely had some creative weapons. You said how good the realistic weapons looked, but even the fake weapons, they had a disc shooter that looked
Yeah,
very
that looked
weird.
really
I don't know
cool.
how they would kill someone, but it does according to this game. That looked pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Whatever
The
it was
CD
shooting.
shooter,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was like,
Yeah.
and it was just
My one thing on that is like, am I gonna have to listen to the Macarena for the whole time I'm holding that gun? Or can I
Probably.
shut it off?
Probably the gimmick for it.
maybe there's different songs.
Or maybe we can change songs.
But it's just a gimmicky weapon.
It's just a gimmicky weapon.
Probably.
Or
So
maybe
you don't
it was
have to
just-
use it if you
maybe,
don't want to.
Maybe
you
that
know?
song was just part of the trailer, maybe. Because that would kind of be random.
Sometimes trailers do that, right? They show some kind of like gimmicky
Yeah, I don't know, but
showstopper.
But it literally stopped the music when she went to
Well, I
mute
thought it was
audio.
dope too, like the attention to detail back to that kind of thing. When she was shooting it, the song kept playing, but it would like skip.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'll pause.
And then he pulled the disc out and then put it back in. Hey, my goodness, started singing the song again. It's like
Yeah.
that was really cool, man.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
sick.
was really neat.
Yeah. For
The
sure,
flamethrower weapon too. That I forgot that one guy that they introduced. The guy drinking.
The
or
one
The
whatever.
that
one who was
teacher?
making
Yeah,
your
yeah.
actual
Teacher,
weapons
teacher,
or
yeah, yeah.
showing you how to make them and
He
stuff.
had a cool little front flamethrower, and who knows what other weapons he tinkers with, but that seemed like pretty fun. you know?
Yeah, man.
I think just the most exciting thing for me was just the city traversal. Like it felt like Watch Dogs, right? Or like, Grand Theft Auto, where she's going to actual buildings and knocking on doors.
Right, you're
entering
driving
buildings.
by
was
and
dope.
you're
You're driving
seeing the
by.
life going on over there,
Right, and
and
you're
they're
seeing
just
the
living
life.
in the city. Yeah,
That didn't
I mean,
exist in the other Far Cry games.
they had it kind of like that in the on like the islands and stuff like that you were
Yeah,
on,
but it's
you know,
more like
people
you said,
be
like
walking
huts
by
and
and
stuff.
like
But
that.
this
Yeah.
felt like a
This feeling like an
Sprawling
actual
massive
different
city.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
dude.
sure.
that we haven't been able to play in before.
Yeah, I mean
And-
the
yeah.
characters, the character models of like the main villain, he looked good. Like he looked damn real.
I think they really
you know.
needed a little bit more of him. He was.
I'm
very
sure he will
brief.
be a lot in a
Yeah.
lot
Castillo
of
or whatever.
the
Yeah,
thing.
or
But
whatever. Yeah.
again, the game is not about him. He's just
Yeah.
the antagonist or whatever. Of the
Yeah.
story.
He's a big part, man.
So-
Far Cry's the antagonists have always been an integral
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
of
I'm sure
Far
you're
Cry
gonna meet
games.
him a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
were just trying to focus on Danny, the main protagonist and whatnot. So
Yeah. And I like how they said it was like a 1950s theme because the city was inhabited in the I don't
Because
remember.
it stopped,
20s.
like
Yeah.
civilization basically stopped for them, so they're behind.
Right,
But yeah, they're riding around on like 50s.
That's why I like the classic cars.
Yeah. Classic
and,
cars.
maybe
yeah.
some of the weapons are from the 50s. I don't know too much about the
Definitely,
weapons,
man.
but I kind of they have a lot of cool things going for it. The style of the game is really awesome.
for sure.
The graphics are awesome, but like you said, to the models, that's the only thing that I kind of noticed too. Like some of the models' faces and things
Yeah.
are a little clunky,
Yeah.
blocky.
Look
Just
a
a
little
little
square.
bit.
Yeah, just a little blocky and
Just a
clunky.
little
Yeah.
bit,
And maybe that's something that they'll smooth out,
Yeah.
towards the end of, of production.
The
or
summer
whatever.
as they're closing.
It looks like they're
production.
coming
Yeah.
close to finalizing the game. But I think some of that stuff, might just be
Yeah.
final touch-ups, to be able to bring that around.
The backpack though, that's never been in a Far Cry before. Like
No.
that's a sweet new touch. You
That
feel
was
like
cool.
Iron Man or something.
That
And
was
like I'm like, how many can we collect? I'm wondering how many can we
It
collect.
looks like you
and-
got a bunch of options. So my question is like, do you just go into like a locker and you just like pull out your backpack or whatever, switch
or
it
you
out?
probably
know
buy
what
it
I
or you
mean?
find a
Or
blueprint,
is
you
it
bring it to
like-
that guy,
is it
he
like stuck?
manufactures one for you.
Yeah.
You're like a one-man army with those things, man.
Right.
You're like destructive.
Yeah, I mean,
You're like, I'm
literally,
blowing
that's
you
what
up,
the
and then I'm shooting cars over here. It's like, dude,
right. That scenario was exactly what the guy was telling you. He was like, "You're gonna go
You're
out
one
there,
person
and you're
versus
not going out
1,000.
there with
Yeah.
1,000 people. It's 1 versus 1,000. You were a one person army walking
Yeah.
around. So you
Totally
gotta be
cool.
you gotta be fit and ready for it. Like so,
You're
all that
armed.
stuff
You're
was
armed
dope.
and ready.
yeah.
What'd you think about like hiding your weapons too? To like,
Oh,
hide
that
in
was
plain
dope.
I
sight?
thought that was
That's
pretty
unique
interesting
too, right?
thing is-
because it makes the. Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that kind of makes me remind of more Grand Theft Auto too, because
Yeah.
you get the stars and the police are on you, so
Right.
you kind of have to act like this too.
Yeah.
So that was dope. That's a cool.
I wonder
touch.
if there is a running from the police system.
I'm sure.
That'd be freaking
That's
awesome.
cool, man.
I mean, but it
probably
seems
because
like-
it's the government you're against this time.
Yeah, it seems like you
Yeah.
have to be more aware of your environment, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going towards, a certain area, can aggro people, but you're talking about just people just rolling by. You know what I mean? But in the other ones, sometimes your enemy would roll by, and if they spotted you, they just immediately shoot you. You know what I mean? But you always had your gun out and stuff like that. You're
Right.
always attacking. But the fact that you're living as a citizen there. So you have to mingle in with the rest of them. You aren't an outsider. You were literally born and raised there, and you're just fighting back.
So
You
you're
know what I mean?
you
So
blend
you
in.
blend
Yeah.
in, and you just got to look the part.
Just make sure you
So
don't get
putting
your
your gun
identity
away
caught. Yeah, it
when
totally
the cops
makes
drive
sense.
by, it's
yeah.
totally logical. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it was really cool.
If
and
you're
it's like
running
it
around with the
makes sense.
UOP
Yeah.
edition while you're running down the street, yeah, you're gonna get pulled over, man. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Totally.
So,
Totally. I mean, the only question I have now for this game because the guns look beautiful. The world looks lush. I like the Caribbean setting. We have a city for the first time ever. This backpack, edition is super dope. I just want to know now the gameplay mechanics. Are they going to be fresh, unique? Are we going to want to do them over and over again? How repetitive might it get? Because I do know sometimes Far Cry's can get repetitive.
They do.
And so those are the only questions I have now. Will the game get repetitive, or will it be fun from start to finish? Those are my only questions that I have now.
Yeah, I mean, the Far Cry was really repetitive, but the fact that you had your combat, that was one of the
Always
things
fun to shoot.
that always
Yeah,
kept
it
you
was always
going.
fun
What I mean?
shooting,
It's like,
yeah.
the guys look the same, but I'm mowing them down with this awesome.
And you're
gun
constantly
or
doing the same thing
whatever.
over again, like one outpost, next outpost, one outpost, next
Right.
outpost. Let's shoot this, let's shoot that. And it can be after a while, it can be like, okay, I'm kind of over this. But we don't know. There's so many different things here. I mean, there might be more stealth mechanics than before. There might be more storyline with the city involved.
Yeah.
Driving might be a bigger part of the. I mean, who knows? There's a lot here that is new. That I'm hoping there's some fresh takes on the series,
for sure.
and it doesn't get too repetitive. But I'm excited, man. It's another day one, I think, right?
October
It's another
7th,
day
right?
one.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, and they gave us a launch
the
date of October 7th.
Yeah, dude, man. I'm looking forward to
Day
I
it.
like
one.
that day too because it's just before like November and the holiday season and Black Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll have something in October to play.
I'm actually really curious about the dog. I want to
Oh,
know
the little
what
puppy,
the
dude.
dog, the little
His
wiener
little,
dog.
his little
with the
duct tape,
wheels,
man.
the
His
Yeah,
little
yeah.
pouch. He's ready
I
to
wanna
go,
know.
man.
I know.
He's
I want to know
ready to
what
go.
did they call him, like Poncho or something like that.
Something.
I don't remember.
But I want to know exactly like what he can do because he's got to help you fight, right? So I wonder if he's walking around with a rocket launcher on his backside. You know what I mean? Shooting
Dude,
things
maybe
with
because you had a
or
pet in
something.
Far Cry 5.
Right.
I had
You
like
had
a
dog,
tiger,
right?
or
something?
you can have different types. You can have a dog, a tiger, a bear,
Okay.
a different type of animal. You can tame them.
And then the first one that had pets was Primal, right?
Primal was a big part. Was pets.
Right.
But in 5 you did. So I always had like my tiger.
Yeah.
And you can direct him to go like, do
Right,
a stealth
right.
attack. So yeah, I'm wondering how they're incorporating the little puppy.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll like prepare things for you because he has like a bunch of stuff on him to prepare things, like duct tape. So maybe like you call him over when you need like to fix your gun. Who knows?
That'd be dope.
They're gonna use him somehow.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna use him.
I'm
somehow.
just
And
waiting
he
to
was
see like
stinking
what they're gonna
adorable,
do with
dude.
him. Yeah, he's
Stinking
he's a cute
adorable,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Love
Yeah,
that
for
dog.
sure. But yeah, so that's it. That's all we got for you guys this week. If you watched this long, thank you for sticking with us. I know we were talking a lot about the games and stuff like that, but we just enjoy them so much, and we got
Absolutely.
a lot to say about these things. So just keep an eye on us for further information on like Returnal. I think I'm gonna try to play it soon. If he gives up on it, I'm gonna give it a whirl. And see how it goes. Borrow his copy or whatever. Somebody else is gonna play Biomutant, so we can get another thought on that one. And then we're gonna try to stay on top of the new releases when they come out, get one so that we can start to begin to give these day ones. We can't get early access yet. If any of you guys got a hookup or something, want to slide to something, we'll happily pay for the game early. But so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Shouts out again to the giveaway winners, Jackie Tacky and Arachnid Soul. Just once again, comment in the video. We'll get with you guys and then figure out how to get that code to you. For the gift cards, you let us know which gift cards you want. Again, they're $20 a piece for them. Until next week, we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Peace.
See you.
I love you, me.